And we have seen the result that it has improved the quality of the deliverables significantly. So Bala, during this transition, as the way you manage the company changed, so what were the difference in terms of the management system? So what were the advantages of the new approach you took to management? I mean, the testing team. Correct. Can you just touch upon it?
Sure. So initial first 3 years, we only had developers. We didn't have anyone in the QA team. So the developers will do a basic test and directly ship it to the customer. So what we realized is developers are not professional testers. When you ask someone to test their own code, they will be like blindfolded. They'll be like a horse. They'll only see this. They won't see anything else. And they will say, okay, everything is working. But when the customer tests it from all different directions, which these guys never ever thought of, it will break left, right, center, and it resulted in some poor quality deliverables and some unsatisfied customers, etc. Then we realized the need for testing, a dedicated testing team. So slowly we started investing in testing team. So now we have around a team of like 6 to 7 people in our dedicatedly in testing team. So where their sole responsibility is like any software before reaching the hands of customers should go through an internal QC quality check to make sure that everything is working fine, and then we give to the customer. And even if there is some open issues, we tell the customer that okay, so these are all the known issues, you need not report the same to us, our team is already working on it. Other than this, you can test. So it resulted in better customer experience. It saved a lot of time for the customer because we were using customer as a tester before. It saved a lot of time. And the other thing is like the customer will not be able to tell the bug in a detailed manner which the developer understands and reproduce. So that the professional testers are able to do. So last 5 years we had manual testing. Now we have also scaled up our QA team to also know automation testing. So now almost everyone in our QA team can also write code to automate their testing, and we also use automation testing in few of our customer projects now.
So and we have seen the result that it has improved the quality of the deliverables significantly.
100%. And one more good thing is, over the period of time, we started billing the customers for testing, and they were okay with it. 5 years back, we never imagined that our customers will be willing to pay for testing. So now they are ready to pay for testing because it saves their time.
So increasing value addition.
Correct, exactly.
Got it. So Bala, during this transition, as the way you manage the company changed, so what were the difference in terms of the management system?
Got it. So first thing is we had set up a management team. First few years we never had a second level management team. We had set up a second level managers who are like employees who have been with us for 5+ years, senior most people who have been delivering good, and they have good attitude, they have an attachment towards the company. Those people we have elevated as managers, and under each people at least minimum 10 people are there. So they lead their respective departments like front end, back end, mobile, QA, etc. So those people are there, and we have set up an ASLR review system where every month the department meets and everyone in the department reports to the department head, and all the department's head report to me with some crisp numbers. Because of that, it was easy for us to manage and review and track the performance of all the departments, where the bottlenecks are. We were able to do that, and we do have several weekly reporting calls where every week we connect to review the bench status, who are in bench, which developer is getting free So suppose a front-end developer is getting free today, and one more project manager needs a front-end developer for another project next week. We map him, and whoever is in bench at the end of the day, we give it as an input to our sales team to find the right project suiting to their skill sets. So like that we have. And we have a weekly management call where we discuss the status of all the projects and any other thing that needs our attention. All those things we discuss for 1 to 2 hours every week. So that's how we were able to do that.
So what were the advantages of the new approach to management?
The reporting was easier, at least for me, because now that there are around 70 people in the team, it will be very difficult for me to see who is doing what, where, what is going. So it was very easy for the information to flow, and since it was in a very periodic and timely manner, the managers would also be prepared. Okay, so Friday evening we have this call, we have to be prepared with this information. So it saved time for everyone instead of them randomly calling me at different times and giving different things, where we tend to miss few things during some random calls. Since it was in a structured manner, we were able to execute it better. It made it very efficient.
Great. So, in terms of expectation setting and staying closer to the ground in terms of feedback, also, I think from what you said, the management system was of great help.
Correct.
So, Bala, now, can you share a few success stories that you're able to think of from this particular phase?
Sure. So I'll do this in two. One, let me share some customer success stories. I'll take two customers. One, we have a customer by the name Scuba Diving International. It's a US-based deck dive agency. They are a certification body for anything with respect to scuba diving. There are only 3 players in the entire world. They are one among the 3. So we have been working with them for last 2 years for in the managed services teams. So they have been pretty happy with the service, and they started with one person like 2 years back. Now around 15 people are working. So it's an important cash flow for our company, one of our biggest customers so far. Customer is like very happy, and they have also given us a very good video testimony. We have written a beautiful case study about that project. That is with respect to manager teams. And the other important service which we do is Staff Augmentation. There we got in touch with a customer by the name Vishnu Credit, who is a US company. We are in touch with their Indian division, which is in Noida. It was a connection established through NASCOM. So there, they in 2022, they wanted around 35 to 40 developers on a very short time on a contract basis. It was a very big assignment for us, since the biggest volume we have done is like 2 to 3 per customer is the biggest we have done. But this customer wanted 35-40, which is like 10x our average size. So somehow we were able to set up a quick team, and our team reached out to all our vendors pan India. We got some paid tools called like Zabin, which does the pre-screening. Then our HR did a pre-screening, and whoever was suited, we put them in a pair of 5 and then sent to the customer, followed up the interviews, all the operations we did. We were able to source around 350 resumes. Out of 350 resumes, around 40 got selected by the customer, and the contract went for at least 1 year on an average. For some people it went even for 1.5 years, and even now few people are there. Even after 2 years, few people are still working in that project even after 2 years. So that's been one of our biggest success story in terms of staff augmentation.
Great. So thanks for the very detailed view of how you went through that breakthrough phase, Bala. So if you were to summarize your learning for this particular phase, what would be?
Right. So 2 things I learned. One is sales and marketing is very important for any business. Initially, I was not very focused on marketing. I was relying on word of mouth to kick in. But the problem with word of mouth is you can't control it. We can't like simply sit and wait for a customer to refer us. So we need to proactively market us so that we stay on top of their mind. So anyone remembers of the word staff augmentation or managed redeems are able to associate Techno Tackle or Balavishnu and immediately connect us there. So that's the thing we wanted to achieve. Because of that, we have been started doing several marketing activities towards that. That's one learning. The second learning is it is always important to have a team for every function. So initially, a business owner is like an octopus. So they have 8 legs and they start doing 8 different things in the company. But at every point of time, or as the company grows, we have to replace each leg with one person or one manager who is better in that job than us. Say if you are 5 in accounts, we need someone who is like 8 or 10 in accounts. So that person should be better than us, and that person should have one more team under them to manage. So that way we can all scale. And it's also important to upskill and reskill the team members based on the current technology needs to stay on top of the technology curve. So that's our learning.
Thank you, Bala. Thanks for your time. Thanks for sharing your views in detail. Looking forward to discussing more on the current phase of development. What are the things that you're looking at in the future?
Sure, Pani. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. See you.